Back at it with another video. I've been getting a lot of requests in regards to crafting and how to level up crafting. So today's the day that we're going to go over that with you to be able to help out returning or new players. So without further ado, we're going to take a walk, stroll, hike, skip, run, or jump here inside of our awesome Honey Hive Guild Hall. And go over to the crafting area and give you guys some hints and tips to try to help you out. A lot of people have been having issues with leveling up certain crafters because they want to be able to do crafting daily writs. So I'm here today to try to help you make it a little bit simpler. So we're going to go over each and every one. Some of them have the same exact things that you can end up doing to help level them up to 50 to get your skill level up, so you could be able to in turn place skill points in there to be able to start crafting. This goes along with one of my other videos that I have that shows that doing crafting dailies does help you make some gold. You can easily make about 5k gold per character depending on the level. The lower the level, the little bit less gold that you'll end up receiving. But with leveling your crafting abilities, you will be able to get more gold in return, as well as items, writs, doing different surveys, stuff like that. It all in turn rolls into one huge ball. Welcome to our viewer. Nice to have you here. So without further ado, we're going to get started. First, we're going to start out with our main tables, the clothing, jewelry, woodworking, and blacksmithing tables. These tables do end up having a lot of different things in them that you can end up doing to, in return, get items to level up your crafting. As you can see, mine is fully maxed out currently. This is my main character, just so you guys know. But there are items called intricate items that you can end up purchasing from a guild store for anywhere between 500 gold to 2,000 gold. Just depends on where you purchase them from, and it also depends on what platform you're on. I am currently on the PS4 platform. I have been since day one. So those of you who are on PC platform, I do know that prices vary on that platform. So as an example, the crowns are more expensive on the PCs than what they are on the console platforms. Forgive me guys, I do have my allergies that are currently acting up, so I do so apologize about that. One second. What's up, peoples? I had to turn on my comment section on my other phone just so I could be able to see who is commenting. Hope all is well. So when you end up going back and getting the intricate items, they will give you more XP. With the more XP that you end up earning, you can, during events that have the 100% XP, such as the one with the cake where you get the 100% XP, you can then stack those XP for the event with a XP scroll of either 50%, 100%, or 150%. So in turn, you can end up getting a lot of XP. So if you are leveling skills for crafting on any characters, I highly suggest to do so during these events. You can find those on the ESO forums, platforms, or the main Elder Scrolls page, just to be able to help you out a little bit more. It does do it a lot faster. It is so much easier. Also, another way that you can end up earning a lot of XP is by having one of your friends craft the items for you. You get more XP in return for that. Decon any overland stuff that you get that you do not want. I highly suggest to decon at least the white and green. The blue ones I usually sell to the merchant if they are not viable sets, or if I just don't use them myself, can't find anybody to purchase a set item, then I just decon it or sell it to the merchant, whatever which. This way so you can get the upgrade materials as well, because again, for the daily crafting, it is very helpful to start making gold. So after you do the overland, the deconning, getting stuff from your friends, again, I'm gonna stress about the XP. Try to get the 150% XP scrolls. If you can't find anybody to buy them from because you're having a hard time making gold, but you have crowns, if you have crowns or crown gems, you can buy these from the crown store. They are not stackable with other XP items, but they're there. If you don't have gold, there is other ways you can find them. You can end up getting crowns if you purchase ESO Plus. You get 1,620 crowns on the console, at least on PS4 platform. You end up getting those crowns with a monthly subscription. If you choose not to purchase a subscription, but you end up having gold and you just don't want to spend money on these decon items, but you buy crown crates, you get crown gems. The crown gems in turn can be exchanged for you to purchase these scrolls. Underneath the crown crate link, which I can show you right now, in the crown store. All you literally have to do is just go all the way down. You have the instant research scrolls, which help you out so you can become a 9-trait crafter on your characters. The grand experience scroll, I know that people are like, oh, it's 100 crown gems. I know this. It's a pain in the ass. Trust me. Believe me, it's annoying. Especially when you try to come across certain traits. If you are a solo player, and the only thing that you do is buy crowns from people, but you're silent inside of a guild, that's perfectly fine. There are ways around things. There's also 3-day research, I think it's 3-day or 1 day, inside of the voucher vendor. If you end up getting writs and you end up doing writs and you want to purchase those inside of the vendor, they're 3 to 5 vouchers each. I haven't purchased one in a while, so forgive me on my information in regards to that. But you end up having many different avenues to be able to purchase things here in the game. So if you're a solo player or if you're a group player, there are different ways to be able to go through that. So with your main sets, like I was saying, the jewelry, clothing, blacksmith, and woodworking, those will be your easiest ways for those to level them up. So intricate items, overland sets, deconning friends. If you don't have somebody to make the items from you, you can if you have the gold already. If you already have a main character but you're trying to work on another crafter, then you can end up going to guild stores. They sell these items that are already crafted pretty cheap for you to be able to purchase, so you can just start deconning them. Since they are crafted from another player, excuse me. So those are the ways that you'll be able to level it up. If you're able to do a lot of it within 1 day, you can easily get to 50 within a day or two, depending on how long you end up playing per day, as everybody has their own way that they end up playing and how long they are on the game. So that's going to cover the main crafted sets for the normal crafted sets on how to level those up. Let's go on to the enchanting. Enchanting is pretty easy, although it is very tedious. When you are out farming, if you are a farmer, you end up collecting a lot of Ta rune stones. It is the white rune stone that you would end up using to create a normal glyph. That is a white normal glyph. You have the opportunity, if you are going out killing mobs, ads, whichever you prefer to call them, if you end up going out and killing these monsters across Tamriel, you end up in return have a 30% probability that I've noticed, at least with my RNG, of getting an enchanting glyph. These glyphs you can in turn take and just go ahead and decall them. The other way that you can end up getting them, again, is purchasing from a guild store or have a friend or a buddy that you have here in game craft them for you. If you're going to try the solo route and try to craft the said items on another character and then have the character that you're currently working on decon them, I'm going to tell you it's not going to work. I don't know why that won't work, but I'm going to presume because it's the same account. So your XP is not going to be viable for you to do that yourself. This is why I'm making these suggestions for you to know. So very simple, very easy with Enchanting. It's the intricate, or not intricate, I apologize. Deconning from the glyphs from mobs or ads, or have a friend craft them or buy them from the guild stores and decon them yourself. If you are inside of guild, if you ask your GM, most likely your GM has some glyphs that are inside of the guild banks in order to send them to you to decon, usually. So it's pretty easy, pretty simple. You can level Enchanting with, I know it sounds like a lot, but at least around like 250 or so glyphs, especially if you end up making them, have your buddy make them purple, and deconning them, you could end up leveling up pretty quick. So that one's easy. Now let's go on to the Alchemy Station. Alchemy, you cannot decon anything to level it up. So the easiest way for the Alchemy is to craft. So what you're gonna do, and what I actually started liking about the game, is they ended up making it to where you can put items together and it will either make the item or it will say potion with unknown effects. As you can see here with the Char's egg, I have 2 of them that have access through it. With it saying an unknown effect, this is what's going to happen. You're going to craft the set item and it's going to pop up and it's going to give you an additional slot on there for an item to be able to be made. So that's how you end up being able to unlock items if you're trying to level. If you don't have a crafter already, there's a lot of different sites on Google that you can end up finding to assist you with finding out what reagents work together best. I suggest to do poisons. Poison is the alkahest, and you can end up putting flesh fly larva and imp stool together, or 2 very simple ones. These 2 end up creating a damaged stamina poison, which then you can end up just crafting a crap ton of them, and in return you end up getting gold. You cannot actually craft with the alkahest to begin with. It will be grease, but as you get higher in level and you put the points in, you'll be able to start using these other poisons to craft them. But I highly suggest to do poisons because you end up crafting more pots the higher that your level goes. And poison, the poison solvent is actually, in my opinion, easier to come across than what it would be to go across and find the tears, the tear solvent. So that's pretty much the only way that you'll be able to do that. You can't decon any kind of poisons or pots to be able to level it. So the only way that you can do it is mass crafting them. So moving on to the final station, to be able to help out, it goes with the same thing as the alchemy. You cannot decon food. in order to level your crafting for cooking. So in here you are going to end up finding no recipes when you first begin your character and crafting it. You want to make sure that if you have a main character already, your craft bag, if you so choose to have a craft bag, which I highly suggest because it is very, very useful. The craft bag not only gives you a space for your items, but you also unlock you have access to previous DLCs. So except for the current chapters that are out, you will have access to be able to pretty much farm almost anywhere except for the newest chapters that have just recently dropped, such as right now they have Blackwood that just came out, so it's not going to be included inside of your ESO Plus. But a lot of people get it mainly for the craft bag because they have certain locations that they choose to farm, but the craft bag is very, very, very viable. With that, you can end up collecting, if you're a type person that likes going fishing, I highly suggest everybody in this game that has been playing for a few years has fish inside of their inventory in the craft bag, and I'm pretty sure if you ask, whether it be in zone chat, guild chat, if you ask one of your friends, that they will have already cut fish. It will just say fish instead of their provisioning in their craft bag. You can end up getting this item and mass craft a recipe called Fishy Sticks. Fishy Sticks are a good start to be able to craft them up. So this is the item, it's a meat ingredient that you would end up using. That's just to start it out, so you can end up leveling it up. And again, when you have the skill points to be able to level it further, it will level much faster. You can literally go through and mass craft fish and level from 0 to 50 within a 30 minutes time period, as long as you have all the fish to be able to craft Fishy Sticks. And then just sell the Fishy Sticks to the merchant, and it's easy gold. And at the same time of leveling. So it's very, very simple, different things that you can end up doing to be able to level up your crafting. So I really hope that this video helped. I appreciate everybody that was watching, and I hope you guys all take care. We're going to end this one for now. Until next time, have a honey day.